Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the tips that we can use to survive in case we lose the job, or the tips that we can use to survive in case our jobs are a short period of time. So currently in most of the world, most of the countries, especially in my country Kenya, we have a lot of unemployment issues, and to find that permanent job is hard. Most of the jobs are now contract, although you're working full time, but they are on contract basis, and it starts from 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Let's talk about up to 5 years. So they usually give you that offer. They tell you that it's renewable depending on how you're going to perform, and also the availability of funds, which is monetary actually. So how can you how will you survive now? You're given a job, 3 months. Let's say you are in the capital city of Nairobi, and you understand the issues surrounding you leaving the city. You need to pay for the rent, you need to pay for the garbage, you need to pay for water, you pay for everything. And and then again, don't forget that you will need to pay for transportation. So you see, and the transportation is one of the expensive, I can call it at least more expensive than accommodation here in the city. Because if you see that you're working somewhere and then you want to move closer, the closer to your job, you find that the houses there are very expensive, and you decide to move a bit far. And when you move a bit far, like transportation, like act here as variant, they usually change depending on like the availability of people and also weather. When it rains, by the way, they usually hike the transportation. So in case, so you see, so sometimes 3 months end, 6 months ends, or 1 year end, and they don't renew your contract. Maybe the funds are not available anymore, or maybe there are a lot of issues that make you not to get that renewal of contract. How are you going to survive? So in case of maybe if you lose abruptly your job, or the contract ends without you getting another one, don't stress yourself, because the moment that you're going to stress yourself, you're not going to have that peace of mind and settled mind so that you can continue applying for other jobs. Because the moment you are stressed, even the thinking capacity of your mind also is affected. So you are supposed to remain calm, although it's a difficult situation of which no one will ever want to be in that situation. But we need to be calm and always trust God that is going to make way where there is no way. So, but what you need to do, if you are offered 3 months job, from the day you are going to report, use that opportunity to apply for other jobs, because mostly job will attract another job. You will find yourself, when you apply most of the vacancies, when you are currently working, you find a lot of offers. But when you are outside, you're not working, you will find it's so hard for you for the jobs to come along. So always remember that 3 months is not a lot, 6 months also is not a lot, 1 year is not a lot. So use that time to also market yourself, reconstruct your CV, add the responsibility of the current job that you're doing, and always apply and be aggressive. The other things that we're supposed to do, even if you're given a contract of 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, those years will come to an end if you don't plan yourself very well. So it's always advisable not to be comfortable, and also not to just be away so that you don't perform your role very well, your duties very well. It's always advisable that always have a plan B, and always not put all your eggs in one they say basket, because if they are broken, you are at the losing end. So when you report, just learn your new role, because we understand that even though you went to school to study for a certain responsibility that you have been offered, skills also, there are some additional skills that you need to learn. After learning, and then you start performing your work, also go to an extent of applying other jobs, and also now repackaging yourself. I've said that you start adding those responsibility you are performing, and be very creative. Don't make you're making a plain responsibility or duties in your CV. Ensure that your CV speaks of a technical person with extra or a unique knowledge and experience and technical expertise that will bring to an organization. The other things that you're supposed to do: diversify your source of income. Don't waste money. Maybe, in the capital city we have a lot of leisure things. We can do a lot of things. We can drink. Yeah, drink if you're drinking, but also know the extent that you're supposed to go when you are enjoying yourself. So you can diversify your source of income. Either you can sell eggs, either if you have a car, because there are those people who are lucky they have a car. You can also operate your car as a cab. You wake up, let's say that most of the jobs you report at 8 a.m. You can wake up at 4, you will prepare, and then 5 to 7 you do maybe cab business, and then you go to work. And then now you see you are going to get extra source of income at the same time. You're going to get an extra source of income at the same time. You're going to get what do you call, you are going to fuel your car. So, and then after work, most of the job you end at 5. So after work you continue with your cab business until, let's say, 11 a.m. you go back home. If you are a mother, you need to find someone who is going to help you to bring your children. And then so people will say that you won't spend time with your children, but they need to be fed, so you need to sacrifice. On weekend you can look for at least even 2 hours to spend with your children, catch up for the whole week. But always remember to be somebody who hustle a lot and who have a diversified source of income. Don't look at one direction, because when that direction burns, you are burned completely. The other things you can do is I've said that you can sell eggs. You can even open a grocery next to where you live. You supply. Some people can even you can do even gas supply. You can do, if you're good you can open a beauty something, and then you do anything. You can open an ATM machine for milk. You can open a lot of things so that you have diversified source of income. So in case the period of time that you at job you are given, if it is 6 months, 1 year, and before you get to another job, at least your source of income will not stop, even though it will not be as the way when you had the other business and then also the job. At least you have something to bring onto the table. So and then again, I've talked about never lose hope. In case your contract elapses, you don't get an extension, and at the moment you have not gotten another job, never lose hope and never go to an extent of being stressed, because when you're stressed you don't think, when you lose focus, and even application you won't be aggressive, you won't be creative, because even many people have studied what you have studied, many people have the skills that you have, but during our application, our CVs, our motivational letters or our cover letters that we write will also attract the recruiter, those who are shortlisting people. So in case you are stressed or you are depressed, even writing those applications will be difficult. You want to be creative and you will be losing those opportunities. So let's learn to diversify our income and also to always have one leg in that position and the other one looking around. And also, because even those who are in permanent positions, sometimes they find themselves being kicked out of their job because of issues that is arising. So there is no permanent job. Let's say, yes, it's people will talk about permanent and pensionable, but sometimes most of the people, they lose job and it was permanent. So never get comfortable, but perform your role very well, but always look out and have diversified source of income. So I hope this video is going to help you to be creative, to be really creative, and also to be open mind, Don't be a rigid mind where you place your eggs in one place or your attention in one place, so that even you don't think outside the box.